buzzer beater shed here. I'm at 13.94 miles right now. I don't really know anything about this little chunk right here. I'm just cutting through it to get back to my truck. I have walked through this once before and it looked like crap. Then I'm kind of getting down on these 2 points in here, and it's all dug up here where they're digging up acorns, and I've been seeing a few decent sized tracks in here. And I just look right here and there's a little shed. Maybe I should have. Now I'm kicking myself. Maybe I should have walked this. Nothing big, but I'll take it. Oh, there's another one. different bucks. Oh, I mean, that could be the same buck, maybe. Oh, no, definitely not. What the heck? Totally different pedicles. Laying right. Oh, that one's fresh. It's got blood on it. What the heck? Is that another one? No. No way. Oh no, that's a stick. Crap, now I got no daylight left. Well, there we go. It's about time. I've been getting my butt kicked the last couple days. Oh, dang, I'll try to zig and zag through here real quick. Walking down this trail right here, I just slammed on the brakes and looked back. I just caught a glimpse of this antler. Real nice one, all chewed to heck. I just cannot believe they get chewed up like this fast out in this grass, right off this trail too. Like, what the heck are squirrels doing out in there? Oh man, that's a sweet. Look at, they just chew the heck out of them. Fresh, nice fresh antler. Then you'll find some in the hardwoods that aren't even touched. Man, that's a sweet shed. I don't know if this is antler or not. Kind of looks like that's a tine right there. Oh yeah, dude. That's a stud. That looked just like a branch in my binos. But this looks like a tine. Sweet. Pretty busted up, but yeah, it's got his wax ring on there yet. This is getting so chalked out already. Right here, it looks real dried. Nice. Look at the size of this rub. Holy cow. This might top them all right here. Fucking this thick bedding kind of knob right here. Really one of the thicker spots on this ridge. There's quite a few beds actually right like on this cliff edge. Which is kind of sketchy for some of these bucks because there's not really any spots to go down. It's almost like you can see on the other side, it's just rock walls. And I see a dead buck here, probably in a bed. Yeah, I can see a big bed right here. Looks like a decent buck. Yeah, there's a bunch of beds right here. Must have died right in his little bedding area here. Oh yeah, big rub on this tree right here. Looks like a little 2-year-old buck or something. Pretty nice. Oh, he's been here for a minute. Well, I just rolled up into town here, setting up coyote camp. I'm borrowing a big western tent from my buddy Brandon. He just came here and dropped it off. I'm gonna trap this area here. And the trip really couldn't get off to a better start. It's going to be hard to focus on catching coyotes after this. So I literally was out of the truck for maybe, I don't know, a minute or less. Brandon drove right down this little field road here. And I walked down where he turned around and I saw this right away, immediately.
freaking just a mega 4-point side. And I'm like, well, before I set up shop here, I might as well just look for this other side. Then I spot this, just a huge freaking, from a distance, I'm like, oh, it's got to be his match. And then I'm like, oh, that's definitely not his match. His pedicle's totally different. It's definitely an old buck, big mega 3-point antler. I loop back through one more time, and here's his other side. I don't know if you can hear me, it's so windy, but look at that. Big bladed. I mean, such a cool match set. So this trip couldn't get off to a better start. Let's try to keep going here. Just setting up this tent is gonna suck.
I bet you that's his other side right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, right there. Oh, maybe not. No, this is a different buck, I think. I don't even remember what side of antler that was that I just found, but his pedicle is way different. Super fresh too. Look at how awesome, the huge 3-point side. Super, super cool shed. This trapping trip has suddenly turned into a shed hunting trip. This is crazy. I've been out of the truck for just a few minutes. Literally haven't even set anything up yet. There's another antler. They're a little harder to see in this stuff than you would think. I walked right by this twice, actually. This must be this buck's match. Yep. Oh no. Oh yeah. Look at that huge freaking, oh my god. Huge freaking 6-pointer. This thing is a absolute hammer. Just coming down this little south-facing point here. I didn't even see that this was a buck here. Little buck. But I saw those little hoofs. I'm like, oh, it's probably just a doe. But yeah. Real old too. Been here for a while. Looks real Deadheads-y down here. This is so cool. Nature's soft stairs right here. Look at that big buck track on them too. It's so cool. Very Deadheads-y looking. Well, I figure really the only way to turn this day around after getting that camera stolen is if I can find some big magnum antlers. Place I really wanted to scout in Wisconsin, they're burning it right now. So I'm like, I'll hit that later. But I came over to Iowa. I wanted to do a little bit of looking for that huge wide buck. He's, you know, like mid 170s, or he might even push 180. That buck's a giant. And I had a good idea of some of the places he could be on southerly winds. So I'm like, I'll check all those spots. I'm walking this side hill. I jumped a deer that looked real big here when I was wrapping this point. And I looked down this hill. I think I have a big antler spotted here. It's definitely not that buck, but not 100% sure if that's an antler, but I think it is. It's right up against, right there. Pretty sure that is. I'm gonna sit up here and do a little bit of glassing before I go down there, but I would really like to find that buck shed, so he's just a mega buck. I think it's an antler. Yeah, it is. I see a brow tine. Oh, it's just small. God darn it. When the sun is hitting it like that, it looks big, but that's a little one. Tough to see these suckers, that's for sure. Oh, squirrels did find them already a little bit. Man, that looked a lot bigger from up there. Still a nice, like, 2-year-old buck probably. That super wide buck, he probably has the biggest track of any deer I've ever seen, like hands down. I mean, crazy crazy big track, and it's so easy to find. Usually I can go to like a few spots every time I come here and I'll find this track, like on a field edge or in the bottom. And I did, he's alive because I cut his track in the bottom. It was probably 4 or 5 days old. Hard to see tracks on these ridges, but I would like to find his track and know that I'm in the right area. I mean, I like these beds. Like, why can't his antlers just be laying in one of these, like these carved out side hill beds? I mean, it's so steep. I mean, this feels like I'm gonna blow my knees apart when I walk on these side hills for a while. But I mean, this is probably a bed that there's a good chance he's bedding in this bed here and there. But I'm just gonna I actually think the next point over is the one that he was bedding on. Actually, I did see him on the top of that point when I did hunt down in that hub once. But see how that milkweed just sits here and dances right here? Just floats and tumbles in this spot. I have a feeling this is one of his bedrooms right here. There's a whole bunch of big beds right in here. It's alongside this ditch. It's kind of off to the side. It's tucked behind this little knob right here. I'm guessing he kind of will bed right there too, but there's a whole bunch of giant beds in here. It's just kind of off to the side too, where you wouldn't, no one ever, it's down this hill a ways. Look at this mega rub right here. So I have a feeling there's a few other spots like this on this hill. Like it's hard to even get here, first of all. There's a big rub down there too. These are all old rubs in here. This is definitely one of his bedrooms. There's another giant old rub right there. And he's just so hidden right here. This is definitely, I would not be surprised if his antlers are on this ridge. There's a lot to this gnarly point here, so I'm gonna have to walk some different elevations in here. A couple people said the other day, I can't believe you find that many dead deer. Well, I'm walking all the time, first of all, but I like keep these things in the back of my mind. Like next time I'm over there, I'm gonna go check that out right there because I know that there's something dead there. I see that all the time. I'm like, oh, maybe even if I'm gonna forget, I'll just like pin it. But I know I'm gonna be up there at some point. So this is absolutely wild. I'm walking out right now. I'm almost to my truck. Really can hardly see anything, but I only have like 300 or 400 yards to go. And you can park down at the bottom of this huge valley here, but I don't really think many people do. But if they do access from that direction, there's a logging road on this side of this ditch, and that's like a big south-facing ridge that runs a long ways. And I figured, this place gets walked pretty hard. I walked it quite a bit. So I'm like, well, I'll just walk, I can barely see, but I'll walk this north-facing ridge on the way out, like towards the bottom. And I was really thinking, I'm like, there's a chance that, I doubt anyone has walked any of this. I get down to the bottom here, I see this, I almost like kick this. I'm like, oh, it's just a leg bone. It looks pretty old. I'm like, well, if there's a dead deer down here or whatever, someone definitely would have seen it. I mean, the road is right there. I turn and look, and there's an absolute stud of a buck. I haven't even looked at it yet. Oh, look at that big split. Oh my gosh, you have to be seriously kidding me. Oh my gosh. Another freaking deadhead. I mean, I have to be like in the 40s I found actually right up this ditch, I found a nice dead shed buck too. Man, what an absolute stud. You have to be kidding me. I cannot believe. I can't really tell exactly where the road is. You would think someone would. I mean, I kind of walked straight up the ridge when I got here, so I guess I wouldn't have seen it either. But maybe this is a hard spot to see. You have to be kidding me. That's a stud. Look at the freaking bases on that. Oh my gosh. The sign on this place is incredible. Probably the best I've ever seen it. And I look up ahead of me, I don't know if you can see this or not. I see tines sticking up right there, and it looks pretty darn big. I don't know. It's pretty buried. Oh no, it's not very big, but still. There's something real big in here. I guarantee you that. Man, is this old? No, it's not. Chewed though. Oh, it's just a little all chewed. I don't know. I don't think that's old. It's possible, but there's got to be a big deer in here. Oh, here's another shed right here. This one snuck up on me. I almost stepped right over it and I spun around right there. All busted. Yeah, that's a really young buck right there. Should be a pretty good one in a few years for sure. Cool. I usually don't. I think I might have found a deadhead and maybe one shed back in here in 1 year, but it always looks good, and I never really find much in here though. I'm just walking down this trail, about to head out of here. I always save the wet, nasty walking towards the end. But I see a pretty good antler here. It's just so sunny that it's real hard to see in all these little, bedding pockets. It's no wonder why I find so many old antlers out in the marsh, just because half the spots are underwater, or they're, you just can't see a lot of these. They're just buried in a bunch of crap. I don't know if that's old or not, but it's pretty white. They don't get eaten up nearly as fast either. I mean, there's not many squirrels out in this crap. Oh yeah, that is probably old. Ooh, that's a hammer. Look at the mass on that. That's definitely from last year. Ooh, that's a stud right there. That is a stud. Thing is heavy. I mean, that could even be 2 years old. Who knows? They just get brighter and easier to see. That's a stud. Yeah, it's probably just mice or whatever chewing on it. Jeez. I'll have to look back and see if I have this buck's antler. I'm guessing there's a good chance I do. Wow. So this is actually pretty crazy, because I get messages like this pretty often actually. Like, I'll put something on my story where I'm like finding a shed antler or whatever, and then someone will be like, oh, it looks like you might have missed one there at the beginning, or it looks like I can see an antler, and it turns out it's just like some sticks or something, or it looks different like on the video than it does on my story. And actually yesterday someone sent me a message like that, and then someone just sends me a message, and I'm like, well, take a screenshot of it. And then he like circled it. I looked at it, I'm like, dude, that really looks like an antler. I rewatched the video where I found that big old 5-point antler, and it's for sure his match antler is laying right there, but it's all like buried in the grass and his tines are just sticking out. So I'm definitely gonna have to go back in there and grab that. That's super cool. I mean, I can't believe that dude spotted that. Insane. They're just buried in a bunch of crap. So I'm back out. I ran back out into the marsh where I found that big old 5-point antler. It was right in this patch, laying right in there. And that guy on social media spotted what I believe to be his match antler in the video. And I got out here because I had the pin and I had my track, and I could not find it. I had to actually get the video out. And I'm like, man, maybe it wasn't an antler. Well, it's right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's tough. I don't know how that guy saw this, but look at that. Right there. I mean, even from like right next to it, you can still barely see it. I mean, it just makes you wonder how many you're actually walking by. Tons. I mean, good thing that guy on social media just pointed that out to me. Definitely his match, 100%. This one's not chewed because it's buried under all this crap. I mean, there must be so many antlers buried in all this marsh grass. If this baby ever goes up in flames out here, I'll be the first guy out here. That is so cool. I definitely didn't earn that one while walking back out in this slop. I earned it, but wow. Cool old match set right there.